What is up, everybody? Captain Beardy here. I have one of these. There you go. Now, recently, YouTube has decided to go and change its partnership program requirements, and you've probably heard a lot about this over the past day. But I thought I would bring you a different perspective from what a lot of people are doing, and that's from the vantage point of a tiny YouTuber. I'm not going to say small, I'm going to say tiny. I am tiny, and tiny, and tiny. I'm so far in the dark, not even Batman can see me. But a lot of people are getting uppity and stuff at the videos and at YouTube itself. And even I have with this tweet right here. Yep, careful Icarus, which is just YouTube, like my little pod at YouTube. But I want to take you through how I see these changes and how I feel like the good and the bad as a small YouTuber. So previously, and I'm not talking about way back, it was like, to get to YouTube partnership program you just needed 10,000 views, and before that I think it was only like 1,000 or something like that. You didn't need subs, you didn't need watch time, you just needed some basic stuff, and that was good, right? That was good. And I had YouTube partner for like, I don't know, a year on my previous channel, not on this channel. And then they changed it to getting 10,000 views, which I was 50-50 on. I was like, alright, that's a bit of a dick move there, YouTube, but at the same time I was like that's a goal, like 10,000, boom, get those 10,000 views, you can be YouTube partner, you can start putting ads in the videos. And I was like, right, let's do that, like let's go shoot off for 10,000 subs. I was like, yeah, we can do it. And I was perfectly fine with that. And then they changed it like a day, I'm pretty sure it's a day ago, as far as I can say, a day. They changed it to, and I have it right here, 10,000 views, they kept that one, 4,000 hours of watch time over 12 months. Now, people are getting uppity at that, don't really need to get uppity at it, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then the big one that everybody's kind of jumping on is the 1,000 subs. Now, for those 10,000 views, that's fine. 10,000 views, you can do it whenever. I'm halfway there, I'm on like 5,600 overall. So I'm fine with that. And I've got 75 subs. So, you know, it's something. 4,000 hours of watch time over 12 months. Now, I don't get why people are getting like angry at like, oh my god, 4,000 views. It's like, alright, 4,000 hours of watch time is nothing. Over a year, right? 30 days in a month. Fucking fuck it. How about, we'll do it this way. You've got 4 weeks in a month, right? If you did 5 videos a week, each one being 20 minutes long, and you had like a sub base of 200 subs, right? You've got a 200 follower base. You know, 100 of them watch 10 minutes of your video. You can basically make 4,000 pretty damn quick. I'm not doing the maths. I hate maths. But you can make that, and it's over a year, right? So you've got a year to make up 4,000 hours of watch time. It's not that hard. I've probably got that. Close to that. Maybe half of it. But that 4,000 hours of watch time, it's not a hard goal. It can be troubling for some people, especially new YouTubers. We'll get onto that, but this is where like YouTubers messed up big time. Now the 1,000 subs, that is a little bit of a different problem. So as I said, I'm on 75. I've pretty much just reached 75. And the good thing I'll say about this 1,000 sub thing is it's made me go look at my videos from like the first ones I did to the ones that I do now and like the ones in between, and I've looked at them and I've gone, right, what is it that people watch my videos for? Why do people come to my videos instead of that video? Like, what is my hook? What is my angle? Like, why is it all this stuff happens? And like, it's really good that it made me critique myself, because now my channel will change in ways that hopefully will bring in more subscribers. That is a good thing. The really bad thing is what they've done is, like, for people like me who are in the tiny section of YouTube and aren't gaining subscribers fast, and we aren't gaining a lot of views, and we're just kind of chugging along nicely, just every now and then gaining a subscriber or two, we are not going to reach 1,000 subs in a long. It's going to take more than a year unless we drastically change up our stuff, like kick it into overdrive and somehow magically change all this kind of stuff. But it's probably not going to happen as fast as people would like, right? And there are a lot of things that can stop you from getting this 1,000 subs. It could be the stuff you record on. So like the computer I use stops me from recording things like DayZ, which a lot of people like to watch, or Call of Duty and all that kind of stuff. I can't record that stuff because I don't have the technology to record that stuff. Therefore, I'm cut out of that side of YouTube. And that side of YouTube is what I call the escalator to success. So over there's this escalator with people on it who are going through it like sub, like at least 100 every day, maybe 200 every week, right? And they're just shooting straight up. They're on this straight path because they're doing things like PUBG, Call of Duty, all these like mainstream games, and like that's awesome, right? If you can do it, do it. I think if you're doing good stuff, if it's good content, go for it, right? And then there's people kind of stuck on the rock climb to a sense, where we can't play, or we don't play those kind of games because we don't like the games, or we can't because of our technology that like inhibits us from doing that kind of stuff. So we're stuck on this other side of YouTube where we're playing the niche kind of stuff. Like I play a lot of indie kind of games, or like games that people wouldn't really play mainstream wise. I mean, like I've come out with the Bridge Portal stuff, and like I've seen Jacksepticeye doing all that kind of stuff, who I follow and all that kind of stuff. So like, you know, maybe some get through the cracks. But we are stuck climbing this mountain to try and get to like YouTube partner. And when it was just 10,000 views, that was fine. It was like climbing a mountain, but without any gear. Now, with the added, 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subs, it's like climbing a mountain, but you've got no arms and legs, and the only thing you can climb with is your teeth. So it's kind of kicked a lot of like small YouTubers to the curb in a way, which is a bad thing. But overall, there are some good things that come from it. Now, I jotted some stuff down, and one of the I jotted 2 good things and 2 bad things down because I wanted to keep this video kind of short. So what I've got on the good side is it stops people from making money from stolen content. Now, the way I've been believed and through my research have read this, that's what I've kind of picked up from it, is that when you put out a video now, it's not just a robot that will take it, check it for all the stuff that it needs. So I think it used to be you'd put a video out, and then the YouTube robot would look at it and go, does it have an intro, does it have cards, does it have a thumbnail and all this kind of stuff, and if it checks them all off, fires it out into the YouTube verse, and it's out there. And some of it gets promoted, some of it doesn't, all that kind of stuff, depending on how you've done it. And now, like, you can't put swear words in titles and all that kind of stuff. But now what they're doing, I believe, if I've read this right, is a person will be on hand now to check the content that goes up, as well as when you want to become YouTube partner. Apparently there is a 3-step process that you have to go through, but they're adding a lot of human elements into it now, which is a good thing, because it will stop people who just like take a video from like, I don't know, Markiplier or some like meme channel or whatever, edit it a little bit and throw it back up there and start making money and getting subscribers off it. That's a good thing, right? Because what you've now got to do to when you reach the stuff you need, I just realised you couldn't see that, but when you reach this 10,000 views, 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs, and you click to get verified as a YouTube partner, what you have to do now is someone at YouTube, or in whatever department they've got at YouTube, will go, right, this person has submitted an application to be a YouTube partner so they can put ads on their videos. I'm now going to go and check their channel and see what their videos are like, and then they'll watch your videos and they'll go, oh right, okay, so this guy's doing like a Minecraft video which is 12-year-olds and under, or whatever, like that's the age range. Is he swearing in this? Is he doing anything, pornographic or anything? And like they'll check it. If it's good, you're off. You're whitelisted, you're YouTube partner. If you're not, they're like, right, we don't need your content in this area. go away. And what they've said on the blog, and I've got this up on my screen right now. What they've said is on the YouTube blog, they explain that the new milestones, and this is the quote, will allow us to significantly improve our ability to identify creators who contribute positively to the community and help drive more ad revenue to them and away from bad actors. These higher standards will help us prevent potentially inappropriate videos from monetizing, which can hurt revenue for everyone. Now, that is also what, like, the bad actors thing, everybody was getting up in Logan Paul's face for, like, you know, you've done this to us and all that kind of stuff. It's not really his fault. A little bit, but not his. But what it is if you read that, it's like, if you give positive contribution to the YouTube community as it is, they will gladly send people like Coca-Cola or Nike or whatever your way. If you're an idiot and you make negative, you know, you ain't getting anything. YouTube's cutting you off. Like, Sugar Daddy's taking his money back, you ain't getting nothing, right? Left out in the cold. And that's a good thing. Now, on the bad thing I've got is what I've got is it kicks small YouTubers in the genitals. I've changed that word right there. But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not going to make a YouTube partner in like 2 years. I'm probably not going to reach, unless something magical happens and people start flocking to my content, which I doubt, because I'm just a crazy guy making crazy videos. Some people like it. I've got the people who follow me and subscribed, they like my crazy stuff. But like I said, it's really, 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 really cutting off like 90%. I'd say like 80-90% of small YouTube creators from even getting close to the partner program. And that's not good, because if you think about it, a lot of big YouTubers, right? A lot of big YouTubers, they rake in a lot of stuff. They get a lot of money, and from that, YouTube itself gets a lot of people coming on, and like advertisers and stuff. That's good, right? But if you cut out that 80 to 90% of small YouTubers who are trying to make it, and like for any reason, and you're now just left with that 10%. When that 10% is gone and they've made it big, you've got nothing left. Some people from the like 80-90% might squeeze through and start the process again, but when that 10%, you know, makes it big, you've got no one will want to do it anymore, which is what's really probably going to hurt YouTube the most. It's not a good thing, right? You can't do stuff that will help a minor majority of your population compared to the rest of your population. What you really should be doing, and once again, if YouTube sees this, what you really should be doing is you should be focusing on a medium, right? Yeah, I get you want to cut back on people being idiots and putting up stupid videos and like horrible videos and stuff. That's awesome, right? I get that. But what you really need to do is you need to go, right, what would stop this happening? But at the same time, what would allow like this area of YouTube, which is just full of tiny content creators, to actually start gaining more and more and more and making it to the big side, which in return, right, will pull advertisers in, pull more people in who think, wow, I can really do this. Like, I can make videos and eventually make a living off it and all this kind of stuff. And you'll get this circle of life going again. Like, people quit YouTube, so then people who aren't that big start taking up the spot, and then, you know, eventually they'll quit YouTube and the people behind them will take up the spot, and you've got this circle of life at YouTube, which at the minute it's going to be, all right, so the people who are really famous like quit YouTube and like retire, and then like the 10% that is left, fill it in. Oh, we've got no one else to fill it in. We've got like a semicircle of life. It's like nothing's going to happen. YouTube will stall, and people are saying YouTube's stalling right now. I don't know. YouTube's really going to have to think about what they're doing and maybe adjust it, right? Maybe drop it down to 500 subs. Maybe drop it down to 3,000 hours of watch time over a year, right? 10,000 views you can keep. 10,000 views I'm fine with. As a tiny content creator, I'm fine with, right? But drop that 1,000 subs down. That's like one of the major things you could do. What I can say, and on a good point, is this will bring back advertisers, okay? So if you're cutting out a lot of the bad, then people are going to be like, oh, look, you've gone back to, you know, being advertiser friendly. here's some money, here's like ads, and there you go, we're back. Coke will probably come back, and whoever else is left will come back, and all that good stuff will happen, and YouTube will prosper again, and the people on the bottom will probably start trickling through to the top, which is a good thing. And the last bad thing I've got, and I'll wrap it up in a second because I'm like 15 minutes into a video, but the bad thing is most people won't want to join YouTube. Now, the way I can best describe this is when I first got the idea to join and start creating content on YouTube, which was, I will actually say, about 2010. There was not a lot of big YouTubers, and some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing this year on my channel kind of calls back to 2010 when I was looking at like, oh, I really want to do YouTube and stuff. And you had a lot of good stuff. So though the people from back then have gone through like a lot of controversy now, and I'm not going to name any names, but like you've lost a lot of the content creators from back then who made content, right? Who made good videos, who made actual like time and effort and love into all these videos, instead of just, oh, I'm going to make a prank about, I don't know, kicking a dog off a building or some stupid shit like that. Like, that's not content. It's a video. It's not content. It's not what people want. And if back then I would have seen those prank videos that we get now, I would have been like, YouTube's just like going downhill. I don't want to be part of YouTube. I'll go somewhere else. I'll be a Twitch streamer or something like that. And it's really going to stop people from wanting to get onto the platform and become like the new YouTubers that will take over way after I die. And like Philly D, when he retires, there'll be some new news channel that takes its place, and it might be a current person who's not got a lot of views and a lot of subs who eventually, fills that gap that's left by Philly D. Or like maybe when Septiceye or Markiplier disappears, there'll be more people to take the place. See, but what you need is, you need people who go, oh my god, like, I can fill that gap. They fill the gap, and then, I don't know, people in high school or people in college see the new person who's filled the gap and gone, I really want to do, like, YouTube looks really, really fun to do. I want to do YouTube now, and they'll start YouTube, and that circle of life begins again. But you can't do that with like this threshold that you've now set, this bar that is just a little bit too high for some of the stuff, especially for the fact that the amount of content that's uploaded to YouTube like hourly is massive, and trying to get through that haze of all those videos is very difficult. And all you're really going to do is, like, a person will eventually, and I no doubt, unless they stop, a person will hit these marks. They'll hit the 1,000 subs, 4,000 hours of watch time, and 10,000 lifetime views, right? They will hit that. But by then, there probably won't be a lot of people making content on YouTube. There'll still be a couple of like thousand. I'm pretty sure like a couple of million make it right now. There'll probably be a million people. I'm going to predict that if YouTube keeps going the way it's going to do, it's going to start losing content creators. Like, there's holes in like the Titanic. It crashed into an iceberg and it's flooding and it's sinking, and people are just bailing. People are going to start bailing YouTube if they don't sort this out. But that's what I've got to offer on this. I'm a tiny YouTuber. People don't probably want to hear what I have to say. But if you like the video, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Now, in a nice lighter mood, have another one of them. There you go, a bit of air guitar, and as always, stay awesome.